Hello again. In a previous video, I explained here how to duplicate the slides for this game that I created with PowerPoint. Now I will explain how to create a slide from scratch, from the very beginning. In the presentation that I shared with games using PowerPoint, I gave you the resources that you need to create this. I gave you the picture of the circus here and the pictures of the beavers, so you can use those. So how do you do that? Click here on new slide, and you see that I already have the background. However, remember that to edit, to change the background, you just need to right click, format background, and on insert you will be taken to pictures. You do it from a file, and I already have, as I said before, I have the carnival background. So I clicked on this and it was already there, already added. That is why I'm not adding it now. Next step is to add the beavers. So you go here to insert, you insert pictures from this device, and I have the angry mole or angry beaver. So here it is. So I place it here. And before you duplicate the beaver, you can resize it if you want. You can make it bigger if you prefer, or a little smaller. I I like this size because with this size, you can see what is inside him. So in this case, with this, you have to think, what is the sentence you need to create on this, or you want to create on this. So my recommendation is that once you have your first beaver here, you go to insert, add a text box here in the bottom. You choose your font. My font is Times New Roman, and I want to say there, ellos, for example, is just so I want to use the verb almorzar. I want to use the verb almorzar here. So they're supposed to say here, ellos almuerzan a las 12 p.m. So now I have to add the answers to the beavers. So before you duplicate them, insert another text box, put it here in the middle, use your font, the one you prefer, and then you say, ellos almuerzan. Okay, so you put it here in the middle. You already have your answer. And the next step, please select the whole thing. You will see two things here. So you have two options. You go to picture format and you can group it here, or if you go and you can Control G as group, and in both cases you will group this. So now that you have it ready, you can click on this, you copy it, and then you paste it, and you will have the beaver with the text box in the middle. So it's then easier just to change what is inside the beaver. So here, then you change this and you say, in this case, almuerza. In this, almuerzo. And then almuerzamos. Let's suppose that it's almuerzamos in this case. So you add this, move it a little bit, And then you have the four beavers, each of them with a different answer. And once, if you move this here, you will see that the word, that the sentence is behind the beavers. So my recommendation is that you click on the sentence and you again go to shape format and bring forward. You see, you have this selected, bring forward. Hit it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Why four? Because you have four figures here. So then if you move it, you will see that is in front of the beavers. So when they move, they won't impede, or they will allow students to still see the sentence. Now, the next part is to add the sounds and the movement. So my recommendation is to start here and to add the animation to all of them. Here, you click here, you go to animations, add animation, and a custom path. So you see this cross? It's the beginning of the path, so you move it as you want. And I recommend you to close it where it started. Do the same for all of them. Add animation. You can do it as you prefer. Okay, so you can see how it moves. Do the same with this. Add animation. Mhm. And the same with this one. Add animation. So all of them are moving. Now, please go to animation pane, and something you see, you have all of them here. So you have one of them selected. Click and hold the control key and select all of them. So you see that you have all of them selected. You have to do a couple of things. First, click start with previews. It means that the animation will start as soon as you open the slide. So start with previews. And the other thing that you need to do is to change the time, because what happens? If you click here on timing, you will see that the duration of the animation is only 2 seconds. So what will happen is that they will move too fast and students won't be able to see it. I recommend to use, in this case, I used it in my slides, 10 seconds. So that way they will move a little slow, not that slow. So you see, they will move in their path, not that quick. Now, the next step, to avoid them to see them at the beginning, click again here, and in effect options, smooth start, eliminate this. Say 0 seconds, and here smooth end, 0 second. Why is that? Because they will start moving as soon as the slide opens, and they won't be able to see where they were located. So if you click here, you will see that they will start moving as soon as the slide starts. The second thing you need to do, well, the last thing actually, is click again here. In timing, you want to repeat the movement until the end of the slide. Why? Because if you don't do this, they will move only once and they will return to their original place. You want them to move over and over and over until the end of the slide. Now you have the beavers with their movement, and they will move until the end of the slide, and you're Good to go. Now, what do you have to add now? You have to add the right and the wrong sound. So here in insert, I also gave you that those sounds. Go to media, audio, audio on my PC. I have it already in my PC, and I'll start with the correct sound. Okay, remember, please put it a little smaller. Okay, move it from here, but it doesn't matter anyway because you need to make sure that you hide it during the show. Please click on this, hide during show. Remember that you have to add this only once, and you want to match this with the correct answer. So is this. You see that if you click here and you go to animations, animation pane, this figure is group 8. So you want to match the correct sound with group 8 or figure 8. So please click here on correct sound, timing, and on triggers, start effect on click off, group 8. If you don't see it at the beginning, you open here and you will see the different options. Make sure that it is linked to the correct answer. Group 8, and that will be added. Now let's add the incorrect sounds. Let's insert here media, audio on my PC, wrong sound, put it smaller, move it from here, and hide during show. Very important to do that step. Then, as you have other two, you have to add the wrong sound 2 more times. So insert media, audio, audio on my PC, wrong sound. You do the same thing here. Hide during show. And let's do it one last time. Okay, hide during show. Now the sounds are here. However, you see that they are not linked to the figures. So this is the next step. You click on this one that is incorrect, and you see that it's group number 9. So choose any of them here, wrong sound, timing, trigger with group 9. When you click on this, it will tell that it's incorrect. Go to this one. You see it's group 12. So go to another wrong sound, timing, trigger, start effect on, group 12. And of course, the last one here is group 15. And here is the last sound. So click here, timing, trigger, 15, and you will have it added. You see the trigger for all of them, for the wrong sound on and for the right sound. What else do we need to add? Guys, something very important. In transitions, please go to transitions and deselect this. Why? Because when it is going to be in slideshow, if you click inside the figure, inside the slide, anywhere, it will move to the next slide, and you don't want that. So please deselect this and don't, is to avoid that you have the transition to the next slide. Okay? Now, what is the next step? I added like this, and it's better if we do it once we click. I mean, so far, what we do is this. You see, if we go to slideshow, everything is moving. Unfortunately, you can't listen to the sound, but when I click on the incorrect ones, They will say incorrect, they will say the wrong sound, but they don't stop. How do you ask it to stop? Again, with animations. Go to animations, and when you click on the right one, add an animation, add another animation, and ask him to move from where it is to the middle of this. You see? You're adding it here. But you want this to happen exactly after the correct sound. So click on this and drag it below this and say that you want this with previous. Okay? What else? Of course, you want this to go up to match the beaver. So do the same. Click here, add an animation, and you want it to move from here to here. You see, it will move. And drag it, please, from here to here. And don't forget to do it, start with previous. That way, when you click on the correct one, this is what will happen. You see, you click on the incorrect one, nothing happens. But there's something wrong. These are still moving. This is not here on the correct side. So you need to change this a little bit. So let's move the path from here. You want it to move until here. You see? So if you click here, you click on the correct one, it will move, and now it's good. But they are still moving here. You don't want them here. So make sure that you click on the other beavers, the incorrect ones, and make them disappear. How you do that? Adding another animation. Click on that, add animation, disappear. On this, add animation, disappear. Click here, add animation, and disappear. Now they are here and they will disappear before you want them to do this. You want them to disappear after you click on the correct sound. So please, you see that this one is selected. Click Control, click and hold. Control, click on this. You see, you have all of them selected and drag them below the correct sound. And make sure that you click on here and start with previous. So that way they will disappear as soon as you click on the correct thing, on the correct answer. Let's check this. You see, we're trying. Incorrect. And here, as soon as we click on the correct one, the rest disappear and it comes here, and then you can go to the next slide. I really hope that this is helping you. Um, you see that it's not, as I said when with my presentation, it's not a very easy thing to do, but it's not too difficult. What you have to do is to follow steps, to be organized, and to know that the animations follow a pattern and follow an order. The only thing you need to do is to go with that order. I hope this helped you and you can create your own slides with this.